It's election season, which means everyone's talking loads of that endless cyclical political waffle. Oh, the Tories are going to destroy the country. All but Labour's a bunch of useless losers. Yeah, the Reform's a bunch of absolute nutters. It's non-stop bickering from a bunch of people who are never going to actually open their minds to another opinion. So really, most of it's just completely pointless in the end. So I'm going to talk about the important questions here. Who would Kazuya Mishima vote for? Well, the answer's obvious, really. Whoever on the right is going to make him pay the least tax. It's not really surprising, is it? He's an old man and a billionaire business owner. In the end, this would make Kazuya a conservative dad. Interesting enough, the first thing that comes up when you Google conservative dad is a beer that you may have heard of. The Conservative Dad's Ultra Right Beer, 100% woke-free American beer made in America. And like every other good beer, this one has its own mascot. Of course, Conservative Dad's mascot is a conservative dad. This one, in fact, his name is Seth Weathers. He's the CEO of Conservative Dad Beer, and he's clearly an entrepreneur that believes in true American values. And I quote, "Conservatives will no longer complain about big corporations who use our money to indoctrinate our children with their woke garbage." Truly inspirational stuff. What the American dream is really made of. This beer was born out of frustration from Bud Light releasing gay woke beer with trans people advertising it, and a man for passion that would put himself into this business and make something out of nothing. You may ask where this beer is brewed. America, of course. More specifically, the Goose Island Brewery in Chicago. The Goose Island Brewery is owned by Anheuser-Busch, which is also the parent company of Bud Light beer. So Bud Light does an advert of a trans person, which makes a bunch of weirdos kick up a fuss about it. One of these weirdos makes a competitor beer without the gays involved and goes to Bud Light's parent company to brew it. Anheuser-Busch makes money from one of the biggest beers in America, loses the sales from nutters, then starts brewing for those exact same nutters. So they pretend to stand for one thing while profiting from the hatred of that thing. Now you may be wondering where Kazuya Mishima comes into this. As I mentioned earlier, he's obviously a conservative dad, and to be honest, this does sound like the dumb sort of conspiracy theory that would be in a Tekken story, but that doesn't connect it to him fully. The real story here is that the facade that is the CEO of Ultra Right American Beer, Seth Weathers, is an Americanized version of Kazuya Mishima. Yeah, they're both conservative dads. Similarities don't end there. They both became CEOs due to controversy, with the Bud Light gay stuff giving Seth an opportunity, and Kazuya rising from the assumed death of his father. As yet, it's also a multi-billionaire, while Seth is probably on his way, as he tried to out the arse for this beer, then apparently doesn't even send it. It's clearly their best Seth and Kazuya to try and get some of that Mishima side back to success for the conservative dad like beer company. Whether they're eventually successful in this or not, only time will tell.